This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, before we jumpstart today's session, I would like to quickly recap what we were discussing the earlier session. We have completed the NumPys successfully and we jumped into Pandas. And Pandas also, we made a good progress on the basics of Pandas data objects, data structures, accessing the data objects of pandas using indexing options and how you can manipulate the aspects of pandas in the data frame. Now, let's quickly do a quick recap of few slides and then continue our session today. Okay, so the first one is what is pandas data structures? How do we define a panda data structure? Basically, in this session, you must be you'll be hearing few words repeatedly. The first word is object, and the object is linked with series, and object is also linked with data frame object. So series object is different, data frame object is different, panel object is different, and pandas series object is bit different. I repeat the statement. You must be aware that series object is different, data frame object is different, panel object is different. And when you said these are different things, the way you work with these things are different, the way you access these things are different, and the way you incorporate these things with pandas, NumPy, scikit-learn, TensorFlow are also different. Okay. Hope you got the idea very clearly here. Now, let's understand the basics of what is a series object. A series object is nothing but an ID array. When you say ID array, ID is the reference and array is the structure of the data you're talking about. Now, you are telling it as an ID array. Now, how does that ID array look like? That ID array looks like a column in a spreadsheet. Now, what is a spreadsheet? Let me open an Excel sheet for you, because the other day when we were talking about this, I explained it at the end of the session. So few of you might not have got the concept clearly. So I'll take a minute in explaining that. Perfect. Now I'm taking an empty Excel sheet. Now this is an empty column, right? When I say this empty column is called as an ID array. Okay, perfect. Now, data frame object. Okay, what does the word series says? The word series says an order of elements or a sequence of elements, or it can be a line of events, right? Like that, series objects means that can be an column in a spreadsheet. You understood that perfectly. Now jump to data frame objects. Data frame objects is a 2D table. 2D table means two-dimensional table. When I say two-dimensional, the rank will be 2 because you have 2 dimensions. Now, this 2D table, which is similar to spreadsheet, is called a data frame object. Now, try to understand the point. The whole spreadsheet here, this is called a data frame object. Now, one column in this is called as series object. I repeat, the whole spreadsheet is called as a data frame object, and one column field in the data frame object is called a series object. Super, it made sense to all of us. Now, panel objects. Panel objects is nothing but dictionary of data frames. Now, this is your first data frame object. This is your second data frame object. This is your third data frame object. This is your fourth data frame object. Now, this sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4 are together called as dictionary of data frames. In other words, it is called as panel objects. Now let me explain you more clearly. Hope you're able to see my screen, and if you're not able to see my screen, please give me a shout. Now, do you see that? I'm highlighting here something: sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. These are the dictionary of objects. This dictionary of objects is called as panel objects. Okay, now let me quickly recap. This bit is called as series objects. This bit, the whole workbook or spreadsheet, the whole spreadsheet is called as DataFrame object. Now, this combination of dictionaries of objects is called as panel object. Perfect. You got that very clearly. Now, let me erase all the drawings. Let me go back to the pointer. Welcome, Minu. We just started. We are just discussing about the last few minutes we spoke the before yesterday, which was on Friday's class. Saturday we had a workshop. Sunday I gave you some time to practice, and yesterday I was quite busy with so many other things, so I couldn't make a video yesterday. Now, these are the basic aspects of understanding the pandas data structure. Now, let's continue understanding the pandas data structure. Okay, now how can you work with binary and conditional operators within the pandas data object or pandas data frame object or series object or label object? Now, how will the index label work? How will you understand the index locations? And if at all you need to set an index label manually, how do you do it? And the fourth action item is how do you access those items in the series? If you remember, guys, when we were talking about list, we understood how the indexing option works in list, how you access the particular columns using lock and ilock. I is used for integer, I told you, and L is used for labels, I told you. Like that, how do you access your columns for pandas series objects is also very important, right? Here, look at my example. I'll take you to my example again. Don't worry. But before I take into my example, you need to understand something. S2 is series 2. The series 2 is having pandas dot series, which means you're going to create a label here. A label is for set of records. When I say set of records, that is a column in a spreadsheet that will have 68, 83, 112, 68. Perfect. Now you see here, if I say print of S2, this is looking like one column in my Excel sheet. So your series is validated. Now try to understand. Now what am I saying? On top of my series, which is S2, I'm applying an index. When I'm applying an index, it is very simple, guys. This is just continuation to this one, provided you have one comma after that, and the closing bracket came over here. You need to understand the syntax as well, because if you don't understand syntax, you will define the data frame object in a wrong way, and you will spend so much time in trying to get the output correctly. Always remember, try to question yourself: when are the square brackets used, when are the curly braces used, when are the square, circle, and curly braces are used. Now, with this one, with my existing series S2, I'm adding indexes. Now, when I'm adding indexes, the shape is changed. Here, it is looking like one of the column in my spreadsheet. Now, if I look at this is looking like my spreadsheet with rows and columns. Okay, do you see here? Now this may not be completely an Excel sheet, but it is looking like an Excel sheet. So this one I would say a series object, and this one I would say a pandas data frame object. Perfect. Now let's understand how we can access the content of the series or content of the data frame object. Now let me erase all the drawings. So I'm saying S2 of 1 here. When I say S2 of 1, this one, right? 83 value came up. Now when I say S2 of Bob, here the index of Bob is 83. So S2 of 1 or S2 of Bob will always give me the same result because it is sitting in the same index location, or S of lock or S of ilock will give me the same result because S of ilock is 83 and S of lock, which is its label, is also 83. Perfect. This slide is also clear. If you have any questions, stop me then and there. Okay. Now let me go back to the next slide. Here. Now I'm just going little deeper in accessing the indexes and manipulating the indexes of my pandas data frame object. Bear with me guys, I'm having a little cold. Now accessing the items in series and its recommendations. First of all, the first recommendation is try to use the lock attribute when accessing by label. We know this concept from day one when we started learning Python. So we need not have to break our head and waste any time on this one. And next, use the ilock attribute when accessing by integer location. So lock L stands for label, ilock I stands for integer. Perfect. That's great. Now you always have to initialize from Python dictionary, which is explained in diagram 2. I'll show you that. Now, if you know what is a series, you know what is a data frame object, and you know what is a dictionary. Now, when you have to initialize or try accessing the contents of the columns from a dictionary, you also need to be aware of the process how we do that. Now, how can you control the elements included and how can you specify the order? You need to know about this one also. Okay, now let's understand about automatic alignment. Here, the automatic alignment means, for example, your S2 have got 4 columns, your S3 has got 6 columns. When you add your S2 with S3, the columns which cannot be added because of so many reasons will simply have a missing value. I repeat, automatic align. What is alignment? Alignment means arrangement. The automatic alignments in pandas works as, for any reason, if you are adding 2 series or 2 data frame objects or 2 dictionaries to that matter, if S2 has 5 records or 5 columns and if S3 has 7 columns, the 4 columns which are existing here and here will be counted, and the 3 columns which are not mapped together will have a missing value because it cannot add. When it cannot add, it won't ignore it. It will automatically align it. How is it aligning it? It is aligning it with missing value. So if you get a missing value, you will deal with it using a mean, imputer, label encoder, and label analyzer. Okay. Now let's understand that one also. Okay, this thing also you understood. Now the automatic alignment first thing comes into picture when an operation is involving multiple series objects. Multiple series objects mean S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, like that. Pandas automatically aligns them by matching the index labels. Matching the index labels mean, okay, first of all, Alice with Alice matched, Bob with Bob matched, Colin with Charles not matched, but Colin to Colin matched. I don't care. The index location is different. What am I talking here? Pandas automatically aligns by matching the index labels. Here the index is 2. Here the index is 3. Do I care? Yes, I do care. When Colin is 2 here, Colin should also be 2 here. But here it is 3. Okay, forget about it. Now, what is Darwin here? Darwin is 0, 1, 2, 3. Darwin location is 3. Now, Darwin 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here what happens is Darwin became 4 because I already have Colin here and I have to arrange Charles and Colin. I have to align both of them. So for that reason, Darwin came like this. Okay. Now the location of Darwin is aligned automatically by your S2 and S3. When you add S2 and S3, automatically the pandas data frame knows how it can order them in a sequence or in an order. That is what it is about, the alignment. Okay, now let me erase all the drawings and let me go back to the pointer here. Now, understanding the pandas series objects. Here, continuation of that. Now, do not forget to set the right index labels, else you may get surprising result. Okay, so here what I mean is I'm trying to tell you, boss, if you are not aware about the automatic alignment process in your pandas data frame objects, you will confuse yourself and mess things around. Don't do that. So always remember, set the right index labels. Alice, Alice, Bob, Bob, Colin, Colin, Darwin, Darwin. The index location must be matched perfectly. Do 30 seconds of check before you do any transformations on the objects. That's very important. Now, see another example, initialization with scalar. Initialization with scalar is nothing but how you can implement the scalar objects on top of your pandas objects. Okay, for example, now let me show you this. Everything is written practically. We will go and run in the Jupyter notebook, but first let's understand the theory carefully. Okay, now import pandas as pd. You know, pd.series will create now panda series 42 comma life universe everything. Now I can say this is one dictionary. Okay, now if I say print of meaning, life universe everything, can anybody guess why it came as 42 42 42? Can you guess? Can you guess? Anyone? Once again I'm telling 42 comma life universe everything. So I have separated the elements with the comma and I have put this one in my square brackets. When I said print of meaning, why did I get 42 42 42 for life universe and everything? Any guess? And now see another example before you get an answer. Guys, are you active or are you feeling sleepy? If you're feeling sleepy, let me know. I can make it more funny, more engaging.
No, 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 we are active.
Perfect. Now
Yes.
let's let's see next example. Here I have got 83 and 68, and I said Bob and Alice. Bob will be 83, Alice will be 68. This is making sense to me. Okay, and the name is known as weights. That's perfect. But I'm I still I'm still not satisfied and convinced why the life got 42 Universe got 42 and everything got 42. Any guess? Here, the index labels are not set properly. As the index labels are not set properly, the pandas is getting confused this one as a key and a value pair. That is the reason why it thought life is a key and 40 is a value, universe is a key, 42 is a value, everything is a key, 40 is a value. Instead, if I have clearly used this step nicely, it would have given me a proper index labels with the corresponding results. Okay, that is what it is. Now, always remember your series can have a name. That is the reason why I said name equal to weights. When I say name equal to weights, a person called Bob is weighing 83 kgs. A person called Alice is weighing 68 kgs, and the name of the series is weights, and it's N64. That's what it is. Now, you also need to know a series should have a name, which is proved here, and init with scalar, which is shown here, and do not forget to set the right index labels, yet you may get surprising results. I have shown you very clearly with Alice, Bob, and Darwin. So that is also done and dusted. Now, let's understand plotting a name can also be seen. How are you plotting it here? Now, we are slowly entering into matplotlib. Now, the important thing I want to, let me highlight this one because I heard few people, let me take it full screen all otherwise. Erase all the drawings. Let me erase all the drawings, guys. Give me 1 second. Go back to the pointer. Now I'll zoom it a bit. Now, hope this is clear for everyone. Okay. Now let's understand this matplotlib inline. Okay. So I still remember someone when I was talking about matplotlib plotting my housing corporation data, they asked, Amar, what do you use? Why did you use percentage? The first thing you need to understand about percentage is magics. When I say percentage SQL, it is using SQL magics. When I say percentage matplotlib, it says it is using matplotlib magics. Okay, I like to give you a quick recap. Okay, I wanted to pause 1 minute because I wanted to pause 1 minute here. Guys, a wake up call for everyone. Yesterday, I have attended an interview for one of the leading leading telecom provider, to be honest. My first interview was on 26th of March, I believe. That was about the initial discussion on my data science project and how I did it, what I did it, what has been learned, and what are the mistakes you made. That was very common general introduction call. And first one was with the service provider, and second one was with client. Basically, all these years in my IT experience, the maximum interviews I attended was three. First one with the service provider, second one with client, and third one will be face to face. So I fixed my mind like that. I was expecting good news. So 26th was first telephonic interview, and April 2nd or 3rd, I think it was WebEx interview. That was client interview. I think three guys have interviewed me. One from Spain, one from London, and other guy is India. Service provider guy and client. They have grilled me a bit on why you have used TensorFlow and what level you have used scikit-learn and what is the process of exploratory data analysis in your project, and how did you use the CI/CD pipeline for implementing the whole project, and why not you documented the attribute combinations you made. A lot of questions around the project and also a lot of questions around the issues what they are facing. The discussion went for 35 minutes. It was very healthy. Even I answered few questions very well, and I asked questions to them, and they also gave me a clear, detailed answers of my questions. It went well. So again, uh, the third round they asked me to come for face to face. I said okay, I'll come. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden they said no, let's have a WebEx again. That was yesterday. Interview went well again. The same story, but different set of questions. Uh, the interview went for 42 minutes. Uh, and here is the biggest jolt, biggest lesson for me. Okay. They have made a note of all my comments, all my answers, and all my observations and everything. They said, Amarnath, you are amazing. You did really well. We liked your profile, we liked your experience, and we appreciate your patience of taking 3 calls and you are available every time. I have made sure that my attitude is right. I have made sure my technical skills are right. I have made sure my approach towards the product is right. Now, I'm really very sorry. I'm not giving you this contract because we have found someone equal to your expertise, but he has documented everything of his project in the GitHub. Okay. Did you understand what went wrong? Like me, they have interviewed someone. That guy has got his own GitHub account where he has put everything in the GitHub repo. When interviewer was talking to him, he straight away said, if you have any questions, please go ahead and look at my GitHub repository. My GitHub repository URL is this. So that's where I understood why the face-to-face interview was changed to WebEx. And then after listening to his comments, I came out telling I have all my code shared in my Office 365. I can fork everything into my GitHub account and come back to you within 2 days. You know what he said? The decision is already made, Amarnath. We are very sorry. Sometimes things happens like this, though you really did well. Uh, I'm not denying that you didn't do well. You did really well, but sometimes, the decision making depends upon various factors. Now, I really felt bad because I have been taking calls for around 20 days. This was the call which had the right amount of the contract rate which I was looking for. Okay. And what happened now? I just lost it. I just lost the opportunity because I didn't have the code maintained in my GitHub repo. That was not at all a big deal. Downloading all the stuff from your Office 365 Microsoft OneNote into your desktop and fork everything into your GitHub repo, it takes hardly 1 hour. But this is my first experience that I got to know the interviewers in data science are also looking for GitHub. I was aware that if you have Kaggle competitions, that will increase your credibility and the profile rating. I did one Kaggle competition and I told them the flight direction is done. I have done it. He's happy with it. But the other guy had done Kaggle competitions and also GitHub repository he had. I don't have. So this is a wake up call for every one of us. Whomever I'm talking, please, whomever I'm referring for the interview calls, whomever I'm telling you will need to take your call as soon as possible. You need to start working on building your own GitHub repository. I have not slept all night because I was working on building my profile. I'll complete it today and I'll send an email to him telling this is what it is. We just spoke yesterday and it took just 24 hours for me to finish all my Git fork repo. I respect your feedback, but I don't want to miss this opportunity. If at all there is other position comes up, kindly please consider me. That's what I'm gonna do. So I have finished my GitHub repo. I know I have been telling you that we need to understand GitHub also, but now the time has come. You guys also have to have your own GitHub repo. Put all the crap. Don't worry about the quality of it. You have done machine learning project use case number one. You understood each and everything how that's done. You're not copying the content. You have your own Jupyter notebook. Simply fork it into your GitHub repo. I'll show every step-by-step process how you need to do it. Okay. Before that, let me send you something. 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute because I'll forget otherwise. iCloud Drive. 1 minute. Sometime this one. Did you get my point? Did you get my point? Why I missed the opportunity? Do you also miss the opportunities like me? That's a wake up call. I'm gonna let everyone in my circle know, guys, the expectations of the entity have changed. Along with the Kaggle competitions, I only participated in one Kaggle competition, that is flight delay detection process. That also I made a video. I put it on YouTube public. But he only asked the one which I don't have. That is my GitHub. So my training experience didn't add, my Kaggle competition didn't add, my technical expertise didn't add, my value adds I did for my project didn't add, but the one that is missing only added, which has not helped me in getting the opportunity. So this is a wake up call for every one of us. Let's remember that and try working on it. Let me close this and reopen it. Pointer. I have something ready here. Give me 1 minute. I want to show you that. Let me stop screen sharing, guys, for 1 minute because I need to find it out where I have put it. Srija and Meenu, Nitvesh, you guys must be aware of this thing. So please spend some time on. One minute, guys. I'm looking on the. I have it in my iCloud Drive. I wanted to show that to you so that gives you the confidence on why it is very important for us. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can talk, guys. Okay, where did I save it? iCloud, desktop, in desktop, in iCloud Drive, I have desktop. In desktop, I have data science training. Okay, this is where it is. So in this one, PyTorch presentation, OLTP versus ALTP, machine learning, Kubernetes, Git cheat sheet. Yes, I got it. Let me send it in the Slack channel right now. 1 minute, guys. I'm gonna send it to you. Data science training, your computer. So there's one other activity for all of us. Apart from having a polished CV, you also need to have a polished GitHub repository. Okay, so iCloud Drive, desktop, data science training, and here I have Git cheat. Okay, can you see my screen now, everyone? You're able to see my screen, right? I have sent you a Git cheat sheet. Guys, I know I have parked today's discussion, but I'll resume it in next 5 minutes. This is very important than that one, so that's the reason I thought I should at least take 1 minute and explain this one. Okay, so look at this cheat sheet. Now, this cheat sheet will explain you the whole thing how GitHub is working. Okay, we are gonna discuss this in detail, very clearly, but please, if you are taken it very light, if you have no if you have not cared about GitHub all these days, please change your mindset. I was quite shocked when I lost one opportunity because I have all my code. I'm teaching students with the code I have written, but I have not documented it, and I lost an opportunity. Only a person who lost opportunity knows the pain of it. I learned a lesson. I've fallen in that pit, and I don't want you guys to fall. Okay. So first 2 minutes, just let's spend 5 minutes on understanding the whole Git process. Okay, and then we'll jump into our advanced Python pandas. Okay. First of all, shall we go ahead, or you want to cover this Git stuff later stages? Guys, what's your opinion? Guys, tell me your opinion. Can we have this Git concept in a separate thing? I'm not gonna show everything for you. I'm gonna show you the theory stuff to that matter.
Yeah, we'll do it in a separate. I mean, even though it's few minutes, I think we should do it separately. We could practice on Sensei.
Perfect. That's nice. Okay, I respect that. So, however, this cheat sheet has arrived in your Slack channel. Okay, go ahead and have a look. It has both the code snippet and also the theory. If you see it here, it says how you can create, what is a branch and tag, how you merge and rebase. If you see here, this thing will give you a very nice understanding. What are the committing related changes? How do you commit often? What is user branch? What is an agree on a workflow? What is the right good commit message and everything? Spend few minutes on this. I'm sure I'm going to make a video on this today itself. I'm not going to leave it. I'll make a video today itself. Very nice video on this one. Let's work on that. Okay. Now, putting things, let's jump back to our discussion. I thought I'll forget this. Thank God I didn't forget, and I added this in today's thing. Okay, now we are talking about matplotlib. The percentage, I very well remember Nitvesh has asked me a doubt, Anna, why did you use percentage? Percentage is nothing but a magic. Your Jupyter notebook or your Zeppelin codebook uses set of magic words. That is, if you're using percentage SQL, you are telling your Spark context to start loading SQL query stuff. And if you're using percentage matplotlib, you are telling your Jupyter notebook to start using matplotlib for that matter. Perfect. Now, you have imported matplotlib as pyplot, matplotlib.pyplot as plt, super, and you have temperatures with comma separated value within a dictionary. Okay, again, here I'm saying S7 is a variable and I'm creating a panda series with pd.series, and I want my temperatures to be sorted in series format, and I'm giving the name to it as temperatures. Now I'm saying s7.plot and it's saying plot.show. So this has given me a nice plot using matplotlib. So this is how you can plot on your pandas data frame and pandas series objects. If you have any questions on this one, please feel free to ask. Okay, perfect. We are good at this point, and you understood how the matplotlib can also be used on the pandas. Now let's jump on to next bit. Now this is a continuation to understanding the insights of your pandas data frame object. First one, a data frame object represents a spreadsheet with a cell with the values, a column names, and a row index labels. Perfect. This is same as the first slide we discussed. Now, you can visualize the data frame as a dictionary of series. Perfect. When you wanted to create a data frame, pass a dictionary of series of objects. Perfect. Now, this is where you are talking about passing a dictionary to a series of objects. Okay, let me explain you practically what I'm talking about. Now let me take a pointer, guys. I think this is interesting, and if you are feeling bored, let me know. I'll put it in a different way for you. Now here I'm using a variable called people. All this while I was talking about series, now I'm talking about data frame. Okay, in this data frame, what am I saying? I'm using a dictionary people underscore dict. What is this? This is nothing but this bit. Okay, now this is one dictionary, and this dictionary can be called upon and can be used whenever you are creating a data frame objects for itself. Now, what is the syntax of the dictionary? How is the dictionary being referenced and used? Okay, again, this is a dictionary, but this is one series, this is one series, this is one series, this is one series. Now let's go back to the example which we started discussing in the starting of this class. First thing we said is series. Series is nothing but a column in an Excel sheet. Next thing we discussed about data frame object. Data frame object is about the whole Excel sheet or spreadsheet. And then we talked about dictionaries. Dictionary is nothing but the combination of all those Excel sheets into one is called dictionary. Now, series you're combining together. Okay, so you understood that concept clearly. Now, this one are the elements of your series. This one are the index of your series. We dealt with it already. So, this is weight, the name of the series. This is birth year. This is the value, this is the index. Okay, perfect. Now this is again name of your series. This is the value, this is the index. This is the name of your series, this is the value, this is the index. Now sorry, this one goes here. When I just say people underscore dictionary, birth year is the reference name of my series. Bob is born in 1984. Alice is born in 1985. Charles is born in 1992. Now, name and year. Bob is 3 years, and yeah, Bob is 3 years, blah blah. Now, the next type is hobbies. Alice hobby is biking. Okay. Bob is dancing. And weight. Alice is 63 kgs weight, Bob is 83 kgs weight, Charles is 112 kgs weight. Now, you have combined a series of pandas into one dictionary, and that dictionary you have used in a different data frame. So this is my people underscore dict, and this dictionary I have called here. And when I said people, what happened? It gave me a proper table. Now you need to understand why a missing value came here, came here, came here, and came here. We are going to talk about it next slide. Is it clear for everyone? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I move on? Quick.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. That's good. Let me go back to the pointer now. Let me minimize my. Okay, perfect. This is also done. Now, next one. The important notes while you create a data frame. Guys, the data frame which we talk in Spark RDD is also the same thing, but the way you use Python for Spark is called PySpark. If you use Scala, that is called, if you use Spark for Scala language, that's called Scala. Okay, so the Python basics are used everywhere. A data frame in Spark can also be accessed using Python. A data frame in linear algebra concepts can also be used using Python. So Python is your bread and butter for next 5 years if you are in data science. So love it. That's what I can repeatedly tell. Now, let's jump back to the slide. What are the important notes you need to know about creating a data frame? Okay, first one. The series were automatically aligned based on index. We know about it. Alice 1985, Bob 1984, like that. Missing values are represented by NaN, which I have told you when we were working on the first use case itself. Series names are ignored. The name here is dropped. Okay, how can you do that? Okay, how can you do that? How can you drop the series names? For example, if you see here, I said people and I said birth year. Birth year came up, but did the did the did the series name as year came? No, right? The year is dropped. Guys, just think, just think. Let me take you back to the previous slide. Erase all the drawings, go to the pointer. And in my previous slide, what did I see here? Did I give the name year here? Do you see the name here? This is a reference name of my series. But what happens is when you try to retrieve the records from your DataFrame objects, the name you give for that series will be ignored, which is not a problem at all. The name you are creating is for your reference only. When you are trying to retrieve the records, your pandas doesn't care about your name. That is the reason why they say the series names is ignored. Super. Now, data frame, how you access using columns, you must be aware of. Data frame, how can you access multiple columns, you need to be aware of. This one is shown here. This one is shown here. Creating a data frame includes the columns, rows in a guaranteed order. This one is shown here. Now let's talk one by one. People is my data frame, and this data frame is nothing but reference from the dictionary people underscore dict. From that one, I am pulling one column called birth year. So it gave me the birth year of all the records. The Charles is got NaN because that's a missing value. Again, go back and link the alignment of your pandas data frame. So that's the reason why you got this missing value. Super. Now, how can you pull up multiple columns? Birth year is one column, hobby is one column. How can you do that? Very straightforward. You did here, you did here, you got two things. You got NaN because the alignment came into existence. Super. Now look at the index here. When you are creating a data frame, it includes columns and rows in a guaranteed order. Okay, so Bob birth year is in order. Bob, Alice, and Egan details are in order. Their weights are in order. Their height is in an order. The height doesn't have height is only reference, but the values are not existent. That's the reason why you got NaN, NaN, NaN. Okay, this is very important. You must be aware of. Perfect. Let's erase all the drawings. Let me go back to the pointer. If you have any questions till this point, give me a shout. Now, Pandas data frame accessing. Okay, now all this while we are talking about the same thing, but in a different conditions and in different process. How can you access the Pandas data frame rows? All this while you're talking about columns, now we're talking about rows. See this contents on the screenshot. I have shown you screenshot. Understanding how you can pass a Boolean array to a data frame. Okay, understanding how you can pass a Boolean expression.
It's 6 hours.
Understanding how you pass a Boolean expression is also important. Now, if you're talking about a row, you can do it here. And if you're talking about a row in ilog format, you can go here. And if you see understanding or passing a Boolean expression, you can do it here. Very simple, boss. I said true, I said false, I said true, I said true. Okay, now what happens here? When I say np.array of true, 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 now 1 minute. First, let me go and understand the people's record totally. I'll show that in my slide. Okay, erase all the drawings. Go back to the pointer. I want to explain this slowly because it's very important. Now, let me jump back. Now, what is my people actually? Okay. Now, people is this one. I have 4 records. Alice, Bob, Charles is repeated. No problem. I don't care about that right now. But when I am talking about giving a Boolean expressions to it, I need to know how that will work. Okay. 1 second, guys. I need to take a pointer now. Yeah, this is here. Okay, let's take this one as an example. First thing, Alice, Bob, Charles, Charles. This is your people's record. Now, I am going to put this one as a reference with my 1 minute, guys. With this one, okay. So, what happens here is I have Alice, Bob, Charles, Charles. Alice is true. Bob is false. So Bob record is missing. I said Charles is true, and I also said Charles is true. So I have records number 1, 2, 3, 4. I said true for 1, it came. I said false, it won't be represented. I said true here, I said true here. So what happened? This one came up in my results, this one came in my results, and this one came in my results. But this one didn't come. Why? Because I have applied my Boolean expression to the dictionary of my Pandas data frame. Okay, hope this concept is also very clear for you. If I explain this on the PPT, that wouldn't make any sense to you. That's the reason why I have brought you from there to here. So with this one, you understood how you can apply or pass a Boolean array to data frame, and you also understood how you can pass a Boolean expression. Now understanding Boolean expression also I'll show you. Okay, erase all the drawings, go back to the pointer. If you see your boss, now go back to your original people data set. Okay, Now, this is the birth year column. Now, what are the values you have? 1985 elder than me, 1984 elder than me, 1992 younger than me. Okay, this is a missing value. Now, on top of this, I'm going to apply a Boolean operator, true or false, greater than or small, greater than or less than. Okay, how can I do that? Very simple. If you see here, I'm saying, is the birth year less than 1990? Okay, what it gives then? It gives all the years which are less than 1990. Okay, 1985 is less than 1990 and 1984 is less than 1990. Okay, now understand something how this has been represented. People of people of people birth year less than 1990. Okay, this is how you can operate or apply a Boolean operator on top of your pandas data frame or data objects. This is also done. Next slide. Let me erase all the drawings. Let me go back to the pointer. Now, accessing and removing columns. This one I have to, okay. 1 minute. First, I'll explain theory and highlight it. How do you add a new column? How do you add another column? How do you remove column birth year and children and child year? Okay. Now, let me increase this a bit so it will be clear for you. Erase all the drawings. If you don't practice it, all my efforts will go for toss. So please practice. Now, see here, guys. Observe carefully. I'm adding a new column called age. People of age. That's a new column. Is nothing but 2016 minus people of birth year. So you got 1984 as 1 year, 1985 as 1 year, and 1992 as 1 year. So the new column age, what it does is it takes 2016 minus 1985, 2016 minus 1984, 2016 minus 1992. So this is the new column. So this is how you can add new column. Like that, let's add another column called over 30. Now, this over 30 column is nothing but people who are greater than 30. Now we need to understand, when we worked on experimenting the attribute combinations, we have added a few of additional columns and we removed few unnecessary columns. And if you remember, I also capped my limit of records in one stage. And in one stage, the salaries also I had to limit it and apply a logic on it so the salary range becomes smaller. At that time, when I was explaining it, most of the people were not able to link the concepts. But now I have shown you how you can slice and dice and increase the experimental attributes of the data given to you. Okay, that is done. Now, if you want to delete a birth year, just simply use pop. Now, what happens? All the birth years of Alice, Bob, Charles will be removed. Okay. Now, you can also remove the column children directly. Delete people children column, that will be deleted. Okay. As simple as it is very easy, but you must be aware of the whole concepts and how you can access them. Okay. This is also clear. Now, if you have any questions on this one, let me know. I'm happy to help you. Can I move on? Any questions, guys?
No, Amar.
Perfect. Next slide. Columns must-dos. Whenever you are dealing with the columns of data frame or data frame object, what are the important things you must be aware of? Data frame columns must have same number of rows. Very good. For example, if you have an alias is missing and again is ignored, you will be in a soup. Whenever you want to add a new column, you can also use insert method after existing column. If you wanted to add a new column using assign method, that also you can do. Now, let's go and understand how we can do that now. Data frame must have same number of rows. See here. I said Bob. Bob is here. I said Charles. Charles is here. I said Egan. Do you have Egan here? I only have Alice, Bob, Charles, Charles. I don't have Egan, but you asked me to put Egan here. How can I do it? How can I do it? Again, try to understand. Charles is 0 position. Sorry, Bob is 0 position. And Charles is 5th position. And Egan must be 1st position. Okay. Now, we are talking about a new column called pets. Okay. Now, try to understand, guys. Try to understand. If it is not clear, I can increase it a bit. I can zoom it a bit. Give me 1 minute. Go to the pointer. Zoom this one. Hope it's clear for you now. Now, this is very important. If you don't understand how this is implemented, you'll get to confuse in the real-time project. You're talking about the column called pets. This is that column. Okay. Now, the value for Bob is 0. Value for Charles is 5. The value for Egan is 1. But do you have a record called Egan here? This is Alice, this is Bob, this is Charles, this is Charles. Egan is not there. When Egan is not there, did it throw any error message? No, right? This is where you have to be very careful. When you are dealing with Pandas data frame, you will think you are right and it will ignore the unnecessary rows which are not matching with the columns. You'll just run the syntax. It didn't throw any error message. You think you are right and you start pre-processing on basis of what you have done. But actually that is the wrong way of doing it. So always remember, you have to be very careful. The data frame column must be equal to number of rows. Perfect. Now, how can you add a new column by using insert statement? Okay. Just say people is my data frame. On that one, I'm using insert statement. Now, this is the 4th position, 0 position, 1st position, 2nd position, 3rd position, 4th position. This is the height. I have 4 records. Alice, Bob, Charles, Charles. 172 goes to Alice. 181 goes to Bob. 185 goes to Charles. 192 goes to Charles again. So this is done here. What did I simply do? I simply did insert statement. So this concept is validated here. Perfect. Now, I've taken so much time to prepare the slides, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it actually. Now, let me come to pen again. How can I insert the records using an insert statement I've shown you. Now I'll show you using assign statement. Okay. This is very simple. I'm going to create a body mass index column and I'm applying a lambda function. Don't worry about it. It is simply I'm applying a transformation and that transformation should be applied and the record should be sitting in the body mass index column. So very simple, the body mass index column came here. Okay, so it's nothing but it is taking the weight data frame. You already have weight that is here. Okay, and this weight is divided by height. Weight is divided by height. Where do I have height? it is here. Okay, and then it is multiplied into, it is squared 2 times, exponential 2 times, and I got this result. So in this slide we understood how you have to create a columns, how you can insert a new column, how you can assign a new column. Done and dusted. Super. This is also done. Super. Now erase all the drawings. Go back to the pointer. Let me first minimize this a bit. So we'll discuss and then highlight this one. Okay. Now, data frame, sorting a data frame. What is sorting? Sorting is nothing but it just uses sort underscore index method. And in this process, it sorts the row by their index label, which is in ascending order. If you want to reverse it, just say ascending is equal to false. This will return a sorted copy of data frame. For example, I have Kavi, I have Kishore, I have Srija, I have Amarnath. If I say sort by index, Amarnath is the first word, K is the second word. So it says A, Amarnath names comes first. So I have K, two Ks, one is Kavi and one is Kishore. K is repeated. So what is the next letter to A? Next letter to K, K-A, Kavi, right, perfect. After that K-I. So first Amarnath comes first because A is first letter. After that K is the second first letter. And I have two Ks, what can I do? It goes to next word. Ka is simpler, so it gives Kavi and then Kishore then Srija. So that's how it reverses the order if you put false, but basically it returns a sorted copy of your data frame. Now, sorting a data frame with ascending argument and also place argument is also important. And how you can sort a data frame by value is what we are going to discuss now. Perfect. Let me erase all the drawings. Let me go back to the pointer, increase this a bit and explain you how things works in this one. Now, try to understand guys. I am saying people dot sort index. A is first letter, B is second letter, C is third letter, chalice. Perfect. Now, if I do the same thing, people dot sort underscore index ascending equal to false. This is now put in reverse order. Chalice, Bob, Alice. Super. Perfect. Now, if I do in place equal to true, what is happening? What is happening? This one and this one are now same because when I say in place equal to true, it will follow the ascending order. Okay. Ascending order of what? The reference value. What is the reference value here? Name. Okay. Try to read this one. Bound method of data frame sort index of weight, hobby, age, over 30, height, pets is this one. So it knows it is a method, it is sorting index of. Perfect. Okay. You are clear till this point. It's straightforward, nothing to break your head or complicate things around here. Now, what happens if I want to sort by value? Okay. When I say sort by value of age, now see, I don't care about this one. I only care about age. 24 is small, 31 is next to small, 32 is next small. It put in ascending order. 24, 31, 32. If you see here, it didn't follow the order. In fact, it followed the order of the reference ID, which is your name. But I'm sorting the value by age. This is called key value pairs sorting and shuffling. Sorting is nothing but putting them in an order. Okay. I asked my command to go and sort the values by age. It sorted and gave me the result. So this is how you can deal with data frame objects, data frame series, data frame dictionaries, and we have discussed so many things around your data frame. Hope you understood the syntaxes, when to use colon, when to use square brackets, when to use curly braces, and when to use circle brackets. So when you are defining so many records within the same dictionary, you use combination of you use a combination of square brackets and circle brackets. And if you're using only one element within the series, then you use the square brackets. You need to practice a lot. You need to get error messages and you need to learn from the error messages. I'm 200% confident that you are practicing it a lot. And if you don't practice it, these concepts and these notes will never help you. And it is like nothing. It won't help you at all if you don't practice it. So we have one more concept left, that is matplotlib. That will take other 6 or 7 slides, and I think I'll complete it today anyhow. Today I'll make 2 videos. One video in the afternoon covering the GitHub stuff, and the second one will be the matplotlib. I'll complete it. Tomorrow also I'll make 2 videos. Tomorrow is Tuesday because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are bank holidays. I'm not around, so I will have to compensate that 4 days with making one additional video every day. I'll make it. So if you have any questions, if you are stuck when you're practicing, do not hesitate to call me. I'm here to help you. As I told, as part of this data science journey, it's not data science training, it's data science journey. And as a mentor, I'm available every time for you. You have to practice, and when you are stuck, just drop a message in our WhatsApp group. You'll get a response immediately. Okay, that's all I have. Today we have completed everything about pandas, and next is matplotlib, and I'll finish it off tomorrow. Sorry, I'll finish it off today in the afternoon session. I'll upload the video and put it public, and link will be shared. If you have any questions, please ask me now. Any questions, guys?
No.
Babu. Okay. Avi. Okay, guys, I think Maunam Adangikaram. Hope you guys have understood everything clearly. If you have any questions, get in touch with me. All the very best and good luck. I'll upload this video in next half an hour. Thank you. Have a great day. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thanks, man.